concern about the impact on AI. Talking about the impact, especially on businesses and employment, and not to forget the issue in today's global economy and AI. Joining me today on the show is no other person that have been on the corridor of the AI, Prince Otu Odudu will be joining me shortly so that we can take a comprehensive analysis of the federal government of Nigeria launching of the AI initiative in the area of national AI strategy and all the other sub-issues that may raise. But importantly, AI today is on a two-leg, opportunities and challenges. So we'll be exploring the opportunities in regards to Nigerian national development. We'll also be looking at the conceived challenges that this will bring on Nigerian national development. So he'll be joining me shortly as we join him virtually to check, analyze, dissect, and check the resourcefulness, the impact of AI on Nigeria national development. Please, a very good day to you.
Good afternoon to you. I'm so happy to be here.
All right, so let's get down to the discussion on AI and Nigerian national development. First and foremost, for the benefit of some of our viewers, can you tell us what AI represents?
Okay, AI is artificial intelligence. Just as humans are known to have intelligence, humans have now created an artificial intelligence that can make human-like decision-making, tasks, intelligence, using computational methods that makes human work more efficient. So AI is built on innovation, technology that can do things that normally a human can do. The speed at which artificial intelligence can computate is way far greater than what human intelligence can do. So basically, artificial intelligence is just an antidote to human intelligence because it does things that humans can do, but much way more better than what humans can do, and it's founded on innovation and technology.
Okay, that's quite interesting and insightful. You're talking about AI can do what human can do, but it can do it more better. But one question that comes to the mind of every viewer or all Nigerians as we speak right now: how do we come about AI? What is behind AI? AI. What is even behind AI? Help us to explain this better.
Okay. Several years ago, I wrote a seminal paper talking about the nexus between human intelligence and artificial intelligence, and all we do in AI, human factor is also embedded in it because we create the technology to be able to actually drive the artificial intelligence and framework. Artificial intelligence is driven by technology innovation, large language model algorithms that are presented, are fed with data that can actually learn on their own as you feed them to actually make key decisions. It's built by data sets, curated data sets, fed into an intelligence framework. Yeah, like in artificial intelligence built by large language models, some of which you already know are really popularized, like the ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Perplexity AI that can actually do research, that can actually help software with code, even those that have never coded before, that can actually code. So it's built by these algorithms, natural language processing, yes, and large language models that actually refine the artificial intelligence framework.
Very interesting. But let's get to the bulk of our discussion. We're talking about the Nigerian national AI strategy. Let's take a look at that. You know, many of us recently heard about the government launching some of those packages. But from your own understanding, how can we use AI to impact our national development? Your perspective is what I want to hear as we begin to review Nigerian national AI strategy.
Yeah, that question is very succinct. No nation can actually grow without having a guiding strategy or policy to aid development in a particular industry. Yes, it is the government have to be giving commendation for actually coming out with a draft strategy.
All right, we have a freeze there, but I know Otu will join me shortly so that we begin to explain the national strategy for AI according to the federal government of Nigeria. They launched two packages of it. One to support the aspect of research in AI, and the other one to support AI generally and the robotic aspect of research, of AI, which is quite very germane. Industry-wise, AI is now becoming something very, very useful across board. Talk for instance in the media industry that I am right now, AI is now one of the biggest tools that are being used. Even though we use it to better our work, we're also very careful in the media not to allow it to spoil our work. But in the area of health, agri, fintech, and the rest of them, majorly in fintech area, we have seen the abundance use of AI in the fintech. Most of us are using online banking, engagement on the online banking, pay, open account here and there. Most of those activities are back up with the use of AI in generating ideas. As Otu rightly pointed out, there are chat group, there are chat measurement, the generative idea AI that are being used to bring up issues and to solve problems across the world. Not to forget the aspect of research. Is it academic research? Is it development research? AI is now becoming one of the biggest tools being used in that regards, particularly to promote engagement. I won't forget to mention the aspect of security. AI is also being deployed in the area of security. We see drones being flown here and there. Majority of them are backed up by AI initiative that ensure that they flow and they engage peacefully on the sky or wherever they are being deployed. And in the area of health, okay, Mr. Otu is here. Okay, can we have your thought, sir? Continue from where you stopped,
Yes.
sir. Continue.
Okay. Yes, there is a symbiotic relationship between artificial intelligence and national development. Any responsible nation wants to grow in the fourth industrial revolution.
The global economy right now. But I'm being told right now that Prince Odudu is here. Prince, are you there?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So sorry for. We just hope that AI can also come into network and help us to boost network, very, very well. But let's go back to our discussion. I mean, the last question I was asking you was about how we can ensure that we use AI to better Nigerian national development. So your thoughts on that, sir?
Okay, yes. AI can better Nigeria's national development. In fact, right now, I say we're on 2.0, which is an era that is going to be fueled by agentic AI system that can now impact various sectors of the Nigerian economy. Right now, 133 million Nigerians live in severe poverty, which is 62% of the population is below the poverty line. Imagine an AI system helping farmers in faraway northeast, in Zamfara, to have better yields, to have diagnostic systems, to have better information on how to get their products out of the country and also be distributed easily around Nigeria. That will go a long way to bridge this gap, to bring down this poverty level from 63% to way below that, even we can have that. So we're looking at how we can invest properly in the infrastructure, in the skill gap, and also in startups that are actually trying to change the narrative. So actually build innovations that can help in our health systems, in our health delivery systems, in education, in governance. And with that, we'll be able to see noticeable changes in Nigeria's economy. Right now, we are aware that tech and AI contributes massively to the Nigerian economy, which shows that there is a prospect for more contribution of artificial intelligence to the development of Nigeria's national development. With these startups, with the government strategy being in place to guide our facilities, I see hope under the horizon.
Exactly. I see there are a lot of Nigerians see hope with AI. But one thing most young Nigerians will be concerned about is that what is the AI startup power or AI power startup? Can you help us shed light on it? Because I heard you saying about AI startup. So what is that AI power startup?
Yes, an AI-powered startup is a startup that is has AI integration at the core of its product development. Take, for example, the product is popular in Nigeria, ChatGPT. It's an AI-powered startup, OpenAI. Yes, it's just like what we do in tribal AI. At tribal AI, we build multilingual, no-code agentic systems that users can use to build their own agents in health agents, educational agents, different types of agents that can benefit the Nigerian economy. So an AI-powered startup is one that is AI-based, based on large language models, natural language processing, that is built on AI algorithms that are now hinged in providing solutions to the local problem. Just like we do in tribal AI, we have built a multilingual agentic system where users can, even those that don't even know how to code, can use that system to build various agents that can even money into their pocket. So we are actually solving unemployment problems, we are solving skill gap problems, we are even solving developmental problems because you can build an agency board that can put all these policies, governance policies, and Nigerians, no matter where they are, it says this at the tip of their fingers.
Very interesting. But Mr. Odudu, let's also take a look at one aspect of the AI market in Nigeria. It has been projected that it's about $1.31 billion US. That means the AI market in Nigeria. So, from your own understanding, what ways can we bring up to be able to invest and also reap profit from this investment when it comes to AI market in Nigeria?
Yes, I would like to say first of all that when we hear that the AI market is 1.31 billion in the year 2025, I think it's a very massive market. We're still very poor in market spread because Nigeria's AI market is below 1% of the global AI market, which is particularly at 0.442%, which is not even 1% of the global market. Currently, in 2025, the global AI market is worth 294 billion. And I see that if we can have more incubator hubs, more investments in AI powered companies, more public-private partnerships, better electricity, because most of our AI computational models are built with hinged on strong and reliable energy system. If we can mitigate those problems, we can now see that we can have a better market prospect. And even at 1.31 billion, it is also good because this market share that Nigeria actually currently have in AI is built by our large youth population, our large youth population and our high literacy level. But I still want to state that despite our digital literacy level, penetration level of over 63%, our AI usage level is way less than that of 30% from my own perspective, because despite we have digital literacy skills, we use other aspects of technologies like phones, like internet. Many of us, even those at the hinterlands, have not been able to understand how to use artificial intelligence to better their everyday life. So we are looking at more investments in AI-powered startups that can actually solve these local problems and see that we have AI contributing massively across multi-sectorally to Nigeria's national development.
Exactly. Now talking about
in areas that are really lacking.
Exactly. Now talking about AI contribute to largely the multi-sectoral aspect of Nigerian economy. The recently launched, Nigerian AI strategy, as well as Nigerian, artificial intelligence research scheme that we are talking about right now, and Nigerian Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. You are a player in that sector right now. So how do you weigh these two, agency or sub-agencies that federal government have established, and how can we really key into it to ensure that we have the best of benefit from these two agencies and sub-agencies that federal government have established?
Yes, in the area of technology, in the area of AI development in Nigeria, through that, through the NCIRA, the NCRAR, I need to commend them because even 3 days ago, they were able to give out funding to 10 innovators. Yes, through the Nigerian Sovereign Authority, they are awarded up to $220,000 to early stage innovators to build solutions to solving our local problem. Also, these agencies have also been very useful, especially in developing the artificial intelligence strategy, though it's still in draft form, but it is a commendable effort to show that we now have guidance to see how we can utilize at the national level artificial intelligence to drive national development in the cities. And recently, these organizations, these government agencies have been able to go into high-power partnership with global organizations like the Gates Foundation, like Google, who just announced 100 million AI fund with the government. So innovators are already keen into this and actually solving local problems. We also have AI startups that are already solving problems in agriculture and economy, because we are solving problems sectorally, building out that even people that don't even have translation can use to solve their local problems in their own local languages. So we actually solve problems, and it is because we have the right government backing.
Exactly.
So we have to give it up to them.
Exactly. Although there are many of us who have now seen the aspect of government in the initiative with AI is appraising them, but we still know there is room for improvement, particularly the challenges that you have mentioned in terms of digital literacy and the rest of them need to be coped and need to be rearranged. But from your own perspective, as someone who is a player in this industry, what are the challenges of AI penetration in Nigeria? You are there. I read one of your articles recently, and I was so impressed when you. I liked the challenges, I liked the opportunities, and also I liked recommendation. So, from your own perspective, share your recommendation with us so that this AI penetration, we can have it smoothly in Nigeria.
I'd like to say, when we're introducing the topic today, we talk about the different school of thought, the perspective. One of the major problems right now, I can tell you for a fact, is public perception. A lot of people are afraid that AI has come to take their job. While I say AI has really come to take their job, that public perception is a major problem for usage. That's why I stated earlier, and said we have a high digital literacy metric, but the AI usage is particularly low because I say, okay, if I use AI, it is going to take my job. Even right now, we have innovators, startups that have built AI-powered apps that can help you code even if you have no coding experience. So now the software developer is saying, oh, if someone that codes without with a no-code ID, how do I now get fun? No, I feel when you now increase the skill gap, which is also a challenge, skill gap, the more knowledge you get in that sector, the more knowledge you get, which AI can actually drive your knowledge base because it makes the access to the courses you need for learning very easy at tip of the fingertip. So it is so easy. Public perception is one problem. Our population is also a problem. Training a large population of people in AI is not quite easy, especially the amount you need to pay is quite expensive to learn AI engineering or AI and related courses. So we need subsidies from developmental institutions to actually reach that skill gap. Then for me, as an AI startup founder, one of our major problems is energy. Energy problem with power reliability. That is one of our, as a stakeholder, power problem. So if we can help at the three major problems: power, public perception, and the low skill gap for our national.
Exactly. I really love the way you highlighted these challenges, but take a clue from China. China, as we speak right now, is already teaching their young ones AI and robotics at the basic level of education. But in Nigeria right now, it is still at university level that you have to go and pay millions of naira before you can acquire a BSc or a master's in AI engineering. But from what you have said so far, which is quite laudable, we need subsidy in that regard. We also need to solve our power problem and also ensure that the public perception is very key. But for me right now, I'm concerned about the youth. In your own understanding, are the youth really accepting AI and ready to participate in AI engagement?
Yes, the youth are the reason why we have the 1.31 billion market. Yes, they are actually ready to utilize AI to make their life better. In fact, the Nigerian informal economy is hinged on artificial intelligence because almost all in that spectrum of our youth are making their money online, from forex to remote jobs from all around the world. So our AI market is because our youth from 18 to 35 are actively using it. So even when you open an AI startup, you find out that you have a lot of users in a short period of time. That's why the market is very ripe, and Nigeria is touted as one of the top AI emerging markets in the next couple of years. In the next 5 years, we'll be looking at a market that is worth over $36 billion. So I feel that our youth and they are ready for the change, and they are ready to contribute to national development using AI.
You know, on this show, we talk more about money, market, economy. So when you mention $6 billion in the next few years, my heart just catch up with it, and I was like, let me quickly ask you, this $6 billion you have mentioned right now, what should we do to harness this big $1 billion you have mentioned?
Yes, there has to be, if you look at the developing nation, the national development is intrinsically linked to their startup culture. We need to invite the startup culture that yes, our AI startup can actually solve our local problem, meaning that we have to support all the startups that are AI powered, meaning their core products are integrated with artificial intelligence. So this means we need a local investment culture. You can see most of the investment that came into Nigeria were mostly from international investors. We want Nigerians, local Nigerians, to be able to invite these local investments in our local startups so that they can be part of the ownership structure of the new Nigeria that is going to happen in the next 10 years. Because I can tell you for a fact, if we do not do that, we will see the big organizations coming here and taking glory for it. As I'm talking to you now, in Ghana, they have launched a partnership with a big multinational company, an AI fund, $37 billion. Meaning now, if development happens in Ghana, the multinational companies will take glory for that. Not only that, there will be the ones with the curated data, the data set, they will own our data. So right now, for us to actually see AI contributing very well to enhancing national development is to see that Nigerians invite the startup culture, invest in our local startup, and take ownership so that we can actually be the owners of our curated data set and now license it to the bigger organization. So we need to invite that local startup from the government to the local and the states.
Exactly. Mr. Odudu, before I let you go, quite frankly with you, I think what you have said so far are laudable on the show today, particularly talking about the aspect of investment, the aspect of recommendation for the challenges that are found in our AI penetration, and again, the aspect of how to draw in investors into the country. First and foremost, do you think we need a legal framework to guide us, even though our brother nation, Ghana, or neighboring nation, I would say Ghana, is now attracting over $37 billion via AI. But in Nigerian case, we're also trying to attract. But what should we do in terms of legal framework so that we can foster the good use of AI, we can attract investment, we can also put to end fake news and fake negative activities being used or perpetrated via AI?
I think we're already in the process because with the presence of the draft copy of the artificial intelligence strategy, we now have guidance on how to protect our industry and also how to attract FDI into the country using AI. So, with a lot of startup founders bringing out innovative products that are AI powered, we are going to see that a lot of our local problems, from food insecurity to health problems, to health delivery, to educational imbalance, to even power problems, we are going to see that our local startups will be able to solve this problem. In the area of fake news, like if when we are talking about products and cyber people, it's one of our features is to see how we can create real time information of the real news. And if someone posts an information that is wrong, we'll flag it. So through our non agentic bot system, you can use it to check which news is actually correct and which news is actually fake. So we are already in the process, and I know that other startups are also thinking to that line to see how they can use their innovation to solve the problem that beset our national economy and national development.
Exactly. Mr. Otu, thank you so much for coming on the show, and I really appreciate your very educative, insightful, and resourceful analysis on AI and national development. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, sir.
And this is a developing issue that we are still taking on, because I know the federal government initiative is laudable, but we need to ensure that subnational government take a cue. Look like what you said. Oyo State is already applying AI in agriculture. What is happening to Zamfara? What is happening to Kano? What is happening to Lagos? Are they also embracing AI and they are solving the problem? I think those are the issues we're taking on. But thank you, Prince Otu, for coming on the show, sir. Thank you.
So